Hello and welcome. I am Ollie Juno and this is my crafty corner. Today is a stitch with me. If you are a new viewer, thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoy the stitch with me today. I am working on one of my long dogs. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoy the video today. I'm doing something real quick. Sorry, I thought I had everything set up and ready to go, but of course I don't. Let's see. Alright. Alright, so today is June the 16th, 2022. It is 1:20 in the afternoon. I don't normally get to stream weekdays, but I did take today off because I had a vet appointment and a doctor's appointment, and since I'm waiting on a call from the vet, yeah, we're just kind of gonna go from there. I decided I was going to, I had thought about working on my my Dreaming of Being Human today, but I decided I would work on my Sans Souci, I think is what it's called, mainly because I have one of the people from my video, my floss tube yesterday, was asking questions, well, not actually asking a question, but saying that they're wanting to start Pandemic Long Dog, and they want to use silks, but you know, they don't know much about silks and all that stuff. I don't know much either, but I figured I'd give my 2 cents and I'd show what I'm doing with my silk and variegated, so maybe that'll give them an idea. I know I've talked about it a little bit on a couple of my floss tubes, but so with my variegated that I got, in my opinion, the biggest thing is to figure out where you're going to cut it, because it all comes basically all together, and then you have to cut where you want your variegation to go. When I got mine, I wasn't sure, and then I showed it to my middle daughter because she's real good with colors, and you know, she's very artistic and whatever. So I showed it to her when this was wrapped up and before this got cut, and she was the one that stated that I should cut it in the center of the black. That way I have black on one side and black on the end as well. So it's blends a little better in the variegation, you know, so it's like you're black on black, instead of going from pink to blue, you know, it continues to do the blend all the way through. No, I don't think on it too hard, but when I'm getting my new thread and I'm threading my needle, I actually try to make sure that I thread where, well, I've changed it up. When I first started, I threaded where the purple was at the back, but recently I've been threading where the blue is up here. So like I've got the blue up by the needle part, so I end on blue. That's what I've been doing for the last few strands, and I'm really liking it. So that's what I'm going to try to remember to do, but if I don't, it's not that big of a deal. There's no right or wrong way as far as I can tell for variegations. And as for using 1 or 2 threads, truthfully, that depends on the fabric that you're using. It depends on how thick you want it to be. I do not like real thick thread, like I don't like bulkiness on my fabrics, on my thread. So like, you know, this is 28 count. I would not be able to do this two strands of silk. Even though, you know, it's not that thick, I could probably do it because it's not like DMC. But for me, I don't like it. It's not gonna work. I don't really plan where the route I'm stitching. I just go like, well, let me take that back. I do. Like on this particular one, I stitched this side over here, down and over, and then back up. And I did that on purpose because I wanted the black to line up around the same area. I didn't want to feed it all the way across. Just a personal preference, I guess. I don't know. It was just the way I decided to do it. Like on Pandemic, I could definitely see where, like if you know you have a little animal coming up, you could try to make sure you got all that one particular color. If it was a small motif. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot. This is my first time ever working with silk. This is my first time working variegated. I don't know, I went headlong in. It's like, oh, I want to try silk. Oh, look at this variegated. Really, what it was I went looking at silk and found the variegated silk and was like, I can't pass that color up. It's got my favorite colors. You know, I love blue, I love purples, and I like most pinks. I have a lot of black items. I have no problem with black. So it was like, yeah, that I have to have it. It's not something I will, silk is not something I will be able to get a lot of, as I don't have the money for it. And it depends on how big the pattern is that you're working on how much you're going to need. Now Pandemic is way larger than this one. This one is nowhere near the size of Pandemic, so I was able just to buy one hank, and by my calculations I should have more than enough to cover it. Hopefully. So unless I've gotten my calculations wrong, yeah. So, but yeah, that's the only thing you got to worry about buying variegated, is unless it's a I think there's some that are like made consistently and you can buy them again and again. When it comes to hand dyed or like stuff like that, they don't always make the same colors from what I've noticed. So yeah, but I definitely love working on this pattern. I've been switching back and forth between my long dogs here recently. Like last night I worked on Pandemic. I put about 350 stitches into it, so I was happy about that. And then, like I said, today when I saw the issues the one person was, having questions about, I decided, hey, I'll just work on this. Even though I know I've said multiple times that I won't do my long dogs on camera because every time I've done it so far, I've had to frog. But, oh well. Let's just hope the frog stays away. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that's about all I have on my silks. Silk knowledge, which is very, very, very limited. But I just wanted to, like, mention, give my 2 cents of what I could decide and knew about. Alright. So, yeah. See, like, this did exactly what I wanted it to do. All my dark color was enough that it looks like 90% of it went away all the way across, but I didn't. Now I'm not too worried about the color coming through on the back of the fabric. It's not that big of a deal to me. I don't know. To me, it's like, okay, so what if it does? Sorry for the lawnmower outside. It always seems about right when I decide to do something. We got noisy people outside. Okay, I go down over. Make sure I'm at my right spot here. I'm just going to continue over. I went to today. Like I said, I took the day off. I took my ferrets to the vet. My girl ferret has a little. Well, it's not really very little anymore. They have a tumor on the tail end of their tail. And so we're having that removed today. Most likely it is benign. Ferrets tend to fairly common get those get tumors that are like benign tumors. The doctor said that if after they remove it, if it doesn't look like the normal tumors that she thinks it is, then we'll send it off to make sure that it's benign. But she said that if she's, positive that it is what she was thinking it is, then we're not going to worry about it because that'll save me a little bit of money on them. She's been she's an exotic pet vet, has been for years and years, so now I'm just waiting for their call to let me know it's time to come get the ferrets. I dropped them off at 8 o'clock this morning. And then I went to my doctor's appointment, which nothing to update on that. I'll know, like, we're just kind of playing the waiting game. Nothing important. Just got a test coming up that I need to do in July, so. But. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Like, I do a little bit of the, like, I don't even know what this method is called. Running stitch? I don't know. Just kind of cross a little bit and then just do the one side and then come back with the other side. I have no idea what that stitch is called. With variegated floss, I don't go very far because it will get in the way. Where am I? Alright, I'm gonna mark off my stuff here. I'm confused. Okay, so I've done those. I did here, 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 here. Here. Here, here. Okay, gotcha. I just kind of confused myself. I was like, wait, this isn't looking right, but it's right. Alright, and then we're here. Yep, okay. Let's see. The cats are getting along okay. I don't know if you've watched any of my last two. My plus tube number 48, that one dated and showed the new kittens we got. They're doing okay. The kittens are little love bugs. I love it. When I'm working in the downstairs, a lot of times my daughter's cat, Ritzy, she's the black and white tuxedo. She actually comes over and jumps up in my lap. And she'll sit there and I can pet on her while I'm working. Now, she only sits there for about 10, maybe about 10 minutes, but that's still more than any of my current cats will. Our other two cats will. So. Our other kitten, Reese's, she is the noisiest of the two. She will walk around meowing. She wants attention. And if you call out to her, she'll come and let you pet on her. But she likes those hard pets. Like, the easiest way to get her to lay down and quit moving is to start petting her so hard you push her body down. It's so weird. My husband, like, she loves when my husband pets her, because he's he pets real rough, and she like stands at the door begging to get into the room because she wants his pets. And surprisingly enough, my husband's not too keen on cats. Well, he's not a big animal person, period. But she's one of the only ones that he will allow into the room and not try to run her out. Until she starts trying to climb on things. But if she comes in and lays down, then he's perfectly fine letting her stay in there. It's just when she starts trying to go climb on top of his computer and stuff, because he does not like the animals near his computer and stuff, because if something happened to it, then he'd throw a fit. Which I think is funny, is because I let the cats climb all over my stuff. They climb on top of my tower, they climb behind my monitors. It's just like, okay. He's never once come close to knocking it over, but he just can't stand it. He does not like when they climb on his stuff. But, oh well. Let's see. I apologize. I probably have like a gleam of sweat on my brow here. If you can hear my fan in the background, I'm really sorry about that, but I cannot. I cannot sit in here without the fan. Our AC sucks. I don't even know if you can say we have AC. If I run the temperature where it would actually help cool off the house, it'll freeze up. It will literally freeze and ice over the system, and then we have no air at all. So I have to leave the temperature at like a high mid 70s so that it doesn't freeze on us. And unfortunately, when it's like 90 something degrees outside, it doesn't help all that much. Now, downstairs stays cool, but the vents up here in the townhouse part of the house, like we have no vents. I can feel the air on my feet because where my desk is sitting at is right across over the vent. So I can feel the air on my feet, and it's just like barely a trickle. But there's not much they can do or will do for that. Sorry, he was making noise back there. Yeah, there's not much they can do or will do with the upstairs vents. But oh well, we're managing. They're supposed to be coming out to look at it to find out if they can fix it from freezing up when I lower the temperature too low. And I mean, I'm not even talking about super low. It's just like if I put the temperature at like 65, 70 for more than 3 hours, it starts to ice over. It's retarded. Like, it's too hot out. Not like I'm putting it on the lowest setting and leaving it running every day 24/7. Truthfully, during the daytime, the way we like to do it is we like to put it at 70 during the day, and then at night we like to put it on like 65. Nah, 60. We like to put it at 60 at night because we like it to get real cold at night, and then we turn it off, you know, either off or up in the mornings because there's no sense in having it that high. Alright, so my thing, what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to come up here where my next stitch is. I'm actually going to go ahead and start here